And here I was thinking Pixar was just gonna give up after Elemental. Wouldn't blame them. So if you didn't know, it happened like literally an hour ago. The trailer for their newest attempt at revitalizing their brand just dropped. A teaser for a theatrical release titled Elio. I have no recollection of an announcement for this. Guess that just, happened. But even though I didn't have faith in Elemental, and I still don't, kind of forget, hasn't come out yet, I'm gonna end up seeing it Friday, probably. I'm willing to go into this trailer reaction with a bit more of a positive attitude. I recognize that I've been dogging on Elemental a lot in the last few videos. It's not like I want it to fail, you know, I want it to be good, but I just really hate when things are so by the books generic. But you know, you've pulled it off before, Pixar. I know you can make great stuff. Let's see if Elemental and Lightyear were just flukes, and if you can do it again.
For centuries, we have called out to the universe, looking for answers.
Ah, so they're attempting another space film. The comparisons to Lightyear are inevitable, so let's see if they can at least fix the mistakes that Lightyear did. That's all I want.
The universe calls back.
Hi, can you hear me?
Honey, now is a really bad time.
Okay. Bye. I love you. I love you. I love you.
So already you can tell they're not exactly going for hyper-realism anymore, and honestly I'm on board with that. As someone who loves animation, I can kind of concede to things looking not as realistic as possible, because when it looks realistic it looks good, but it doesn't necessarily add anything to the story. This isn't because they're trying to be more stylized, oh no, it's because they're losing money hand over fist with Disney+. They are making these on a budget. They're not hiding it. As long as we get a more well-written story, I'm all for it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't give two shits about how good your animation looks. How good is your story? That's what matters. I'm sort of confused by this frozen water environment that we're in. I think that in this shot, Elio here is stranded, and the tide is coming in, and he's like calling his mom for help. Then the aliens kind of stop time so they can abduct him. Or this could be an entirely new location. It's a minor detail. It is a teaser trailer, not the official trailer, so the rules here are going to be squirrely. We're not going to be able to get a hold of what's going on very well. Even though it is a minor detail, it is important. If these aliens are freezing time, that could tell us that this is a time-related story. Regardless, this water does look cool. Good water effects. I suppose it's easier to animate water when it's not moving, but that's okay. So this setup has already told us some key details. It seems that this film has the demographic of younger boys, space, you know, the fact that the protagonist is a bit on the younger side, and I'm totally down with that. I think that's cool. See, I have no problem with Pixar narrowing their demographic a bit. When things are too widely accessible for all audiences, it just becomes fluff, and it's not really trying to say anything. So narrowing your demographic, it can make it a bit more impactful to those viewers. You know, even though, in my opinion, Turning Red was too heavy-handed for general audiences, maybe Elio could be a bit different. Maybe this film could be about a younger boy, but have whatever lesson he learns actually be important and relatable to the wider audience. That's what Turning Red didn't do. It was very not nuanced, in my opinion. They just told the story using the actual elements instead of kind of hiding it and working it into something that everyone can kind of relate to. I'm really wondering if Elio's eye patch is significant to his character, or if it's just kind of a diversity choice, or like a stylistic thing. You know, at least he has a trait that sets himself apart. I can see a major emotional beat in this film being him explaining only being able to use one of his eyes, and the aliens can connect to that, or something like that.
State the name of your homeworld.
Okay, now you've hooked me. You've already taken a step that Lightyear didn't. You made a movie about space that actually takes place in space. Congratulations. Round of applause. You did the impossible. This won't be a terrestrial adventure is what I'm saying. There's some cool design stuff in here, but hear me out on this. A good design does not a good movie make. It might fall into strange world territory where the whole movie is just predicated on, ooh, look what we can animate, isn't this wacky? A good movie looks interesting, but a great movie can weave its setting with its story, and not just have it kind of be cutesy and random. Give us a reason this central bubble looks the way it is. The reason the portals in the new Spider-Verse film are hexagons is because there's 6 sides, like the 6 legs of a spider. Does a spider have 6 legs? Oh, they have 8. Well, analogy wasted. The point is, make sure you're designing with intent, not just randomness.
Please state the name of your homeworld. Earth?
Welcome, leader of Earth. We are the United Advanced Species of the universe.
I think there's been a mistake.
You're not the leader of Earth?
Sorry for the mix-up.
Commence memory wipe.
Anyone else getting Lilo and Stitch vibes from this guy? I don't know what it is. It feels like Disney just pulled some designs from the early 2000s. And even though I'm getting the vibe that this film is going to be for younger audiences below my demographic, I'm still vibing with it. At least it looks interesting.
No, wait! I am the leader of Earth.
Is that a Combine advisor? Damn, I guess this movie will be darker than we thought.
Dad! No! Oh my gosh, no! Welcome, leader of Earth.
Okay, the joke that the aliens take whatever the human says first and just takes it as fact, like the Earth thing, that is as cliche as it gets. It doesn't inspire the most confidence in this writing, but it's only one joke and I could be reaching here. I just hope that they cut that shit out soon.
The trial of Earth can proceed.
Uh-oh.
Until then, as you say on Earth, okay, bye. I love you.
Okay. Bye. I love you.
You're the talk of the Communiverse.
If Mom could see me now.
I know what you mean. I ate my mother at birth. But in moments of great success, I regret it.
That's a thing for your species?
No, just a me thing. Everyone was shocked.
All in all, you know, this movie doesn't look too bad. Elio obviously isn't trying to cater to my demographic. There's no YA audience, but that's okay. Guys, maybe this movie just isn't really for us, and that's fine. But I do still want to give my thoughts on this. Because when I first saw the first teaser for Elemental, I felt so deep in cliche territory that I just wanted to stop existing. You know, when you're watching something with your family in the movie theater and you can't look at the screen because you're cringing. I promise, family, even though I like animated stuff doesn't mean I like this crap. You know, I'm not getting those vibes from this. Sure, the jokes aren't really landing, but it's a film that isn't being completely sold on a first grader idea. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm talking about the tried and true Pixar formula of what if we used insert noun here for our characters? I might get some heat for this, but this is just my opinion. When you have a film that is based entirely on a gimmick, like the characters are based on a gimmick, like the characters are based on a singular thing or idea, it can make for some cool world building, but when you're taking that approach, you're establishing the gimmick first and you're just hoping the writing will just naturally spring up around it. Hot take, but I really don't like Inside Out. I know, it's a masterpiece objectively, but I will never rewatch it because it's just so boring to me. I don't know. It's far from the worst offender, but it is built on a sort of gimmick, right? What if our emotions are real and we can see them? Cool, and they do some cool ideas with it, but outside of a few major plot holes, you're not giving me a character being put in an interesting situation. You're giving me an interesting setting and just making up the characters kind of as you go along, it feels like. But that's just me. I could be completely wrong. I don't know if anyone else feels this way. That's why I really like the movie Up. It's not a Pixar movie that's based on a new setting or a new species. It's just humans doing an interesting adventure story. There's no theme. It's just a good, well-written drama. I don't know. What's the theme for Up? Old people? You know, I want to see characters going through unique situations. You don't have to necessarily create an entirely new plane of existence built on flimsy rules and bad puns. Fire town, water, city, it's like, come on. Marco and Polo are your two water kids. Oh, how relatable is that? If the writing for Elio is at least a little complex and they're trying to tell a unique story, then it will hit harder than a film with extensive world building and nothing new to say. Spider-Verse had great world building, but it also had something original to say, something important about Miles and his relationship to his parents and their expectations, and to Gwen, and to the Spider Society. Other than the fact that I'm sick of the one-word titles for these things, I think Elio could finally be a good Pixar film because it's one that doesn't necessarily have to match the older Pixar model of building this grand world populated by monsters or emotions or bugs or cars. It's like Pixar is going through the Rick and Morty crisis. Everyone is shouting, "Be like season 1," but the landscape has changed in a way that makes that essentially impossible. That's just not good enough anymore. They need to find a new path forward, and this could be it. Maybe if Elemental came out in the 90s, people would have loved it, but that's just not good enough anymore. I think they need to find their new stride, and they need to stop trying to be like their old selves. The point is, it seems like Elio might be able to break the Pixar curse as long as it's well written. A lot of you will say, why would you even bother criticizing something that's meant for kids? And to that I would say, Spider-Verse was able to be for both kids and adults. Therefore, you no longer have that excuse of being good enough, Pixar. You can be better. Even though this video came out very antagonistic for me against Pixar, I'm glad they're trying something new and making the story actually about its characters and not its setting again. Those were my thoughts on the trailer for Elio and what Pixar can do to maybe get themselves back in shape. Maybe you disagree with everything I said in this video. That's fine. I want to hear your comments on it. With my critiques and your constructive criticism, we can all work together to create an animation landscape that we can fall in love with all over again. And Elio might be the start. We'll see. So those were my thoughts on this new trailer. If you want to be a part of the conversation about this trailer, join the Discord. We're definitely going to talk about it. And you can also go there to see the full body drawing for this outfit. I'm on YouTube and Discord, so if you could subscribe and like the video, therefore I get more views in the algorithm, I would really appreciate it. And I love you all. I did not mean for this video to come off this antagonistic. What can I say? Once Elemental comes into theaters and I review it, and it's gone from my memory after like an hour, then everything will be okay. So I apologize for the negativity in this one. I swear my videos are usually more positive than this, but I love you all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.